Welcome. Special day today. Special day using the band. Have your little mini resistance band ready. We're going to do this here. Ageless balance. I'm Ron. Get the band out. You can sit down if you want. Most of it's going to be seated, if not all. Starting out, just this right here. Get the band around the hands, straight down with the arms. Bring it up overhead nice and slow. As far as you can get, take a deep breath, roll the shoulder blades back. Do this a few times. Always keep pressure on the band, on the outside of the hands. You always want just a little bit of pressure. Feel the shoulders working. Excuse me. And back down. Again, bring it up. Roll the shoulder blades back. And back down. Taking it into a bow and arrow type of situation. You got the band between, well, just the bow, actually, no arrow. You got the band between the finger, a little webbing between the finger, excuse me, and the thumb. We got the elbow up. And just pull back on that band just a little bit, not too hard. And release. We'll get more aggressive with it right now. Just warm up those shoulders and back out. Elbow right straight out, pulling that band back. Using the shoulder to do the pulling with, as well as the arm. Go over to the other side, same thing. Hand out, grab onto the band with the fingers, and elbow up. Bring the shoulder blade around. In and back. Take it easy here. No reason to rush, no reason to push. See if you can get just a little more with it each time. And around and release. Around the back of the hands again. We're going to do this bend hip hinge right here. Again, keep a little pressure on the band, bring it back. Work on just that hip hinge. Shoulder blades are back. Legs out, feet out at 45, coming down between. Feel the stretch on the inner thighs. And back again. This time, as you go down, stay in that hip hinge position. Pull the band up and apart. And then back down. So you're creating this V at the bottom. You've got just a little bit of pressure. Then as you bring the elbows back and bring the shoulders back, you take that band and you pull on it, stretching it out just a little bit. And back down. Again, up. Roll the shoulder blades back, open up the chest, and back down one more time. Bring it up, bring it up, bring it up. Squeeze the shoulder blades and back down. Continuing with our warm-up. I'm going to take one hand up. So what we did pulling across, we're going to do the same thing, pulling down on the side and up. So doing a diagonal this time. Elbows out, shoulder blades back, pull the band down. Nice and slow. And back up again. Never let the band completely get loose. You just want to have a little tension on it. And back. You can hold your hand however you want, whatever works best for you, around the thumb, around the arm. You put it around the entire arm, around the hand, and pull. Up to you, whatever works best. One more time. Back. Shoulder blades back. And release. Other side, same thing. Arm out. Shoulders are back, bringing it down or diagonal. Fingers wrapped around and back up. Roll that shoulder blade as you do this. Bring it around and back. So it's not just the arm pulling back, elbow going back. It's the shoulder blade coming around or back, feeling those muscles working around the shoulder blade, going to the spine, and then back out again. Down, shoulder blades back, and out one more time. Bring it back. Hold, and back up again. Shake that out. Around the feet, give the arms a break. Going around the toes, around the balls of the feet. Shoulder blades are back. Find your neutral position. I was going to lean into this. Don't do that. That's wrong. Out and back in. Warming up the muscles on the outside of the ankles, outside of the legs. Bring it out and bring it back in again. Roll out and in. Get those feet apart. If you don't feel any pressure against the outside of that band, if you don't feel the muscles working, on the outside of the feet, the outside of the ankles. Bring those feet apart just a little bit. And back in, out, and back in one more time. Hold it. That out position. Feel those muscles warming up. Warming up and bring it in. All right. Feet apart, just toes up. Holding down with the one. Bring it up with the other. Up. So you've got it under one ball of the foot as you lift the other toe. Make sure you don't let the toe come in. Hold the band out so that the feet stay parallel. The band's going to want to pull the front of that foot in. You're going to work it so it doesn't, because that would be wrong. It wouldn't work the muscles as well. Up and back down. Up. All right. So let's move on with this type of movement. Lift the leg up just a little bit and back down. Alternate legs. Keep the shoulder blades back. Really easy on this one to roll into this. Make sure you keep the shoulder blades back. Chest is open as you lift that leg right straight up and back down. Doesn't have to come very high. You just want to feel these muscles working in the front of the hips as you lift and back down. You're also going to feel it on the outside of the leg because you're going to hold the band apart. Again, the band's going to want to pull one leg into the other one. It's right straight up and back down, up. Few more of those. Bring it up and back down. One more time each side. One right here and down. One right here. And we're good. Back to the upper body, giving the lower body a rest this time. We're going to take the hand across the chest. Hold on to the band. Palm of the hand against the chest. We're going to take the other hand, put the band on the thumb, between the thumb and the forefinger, and elbow goes back and out. So we're hinging at the elbow, getting that triceps, those triceps muscles, the muscles in the back of the upper arms, out and back in and out. Squeeze that muscle back there, feel it working, and back up. If you want, if that's hurting your hand at all, you can just pull on the band completely, wrap around the band, and then just pull it back and up to you. Whatever works best for you. Make sure you keep those shoulder blades back as you're doing this. Out and in. Keeping the front of that shoulder open. Again, it's really easy to let the shoulders roll forward. Keep them back. Keep the front of that shoulder socket open so you're not pinching anything through the front of that. And up. Out. And back up. All right, we're going to bring the hand down to the thigh. Palm against the back. We're going to take and lift the arm behind us. So this time, keeping the elbow bent, we're going to do a reverse raise. So it's up and back down, working that muscle in the back of the arm and the back of the shoulder. One of the three deltoids. Front, middle, back. Raise it up and relax. Up and back. Keep the shoulder blades back as you're doing this. You want to feel a little pressure between the shoulder blades. Feel those muscles working, as well as at the very top of the arm, back of the shoulder, and in, out, nice and slow. Back in again. To the other side we go. Hand to the chest, cross body. Other hand taking that arm, hinging at the elbow. So up and back out, working those muscles in the back of the upper arm on this side. Out, squeeze it, and bring it in. Take it out. Feel those muscles working in the back. Hold it out there for a couple seconds before you come back in again. Make those muscles stay under contraction. Longer they're under tension, the more you break the muscle down so you can build it back up again. Out and back in. Couple more times. Couple more. One more. One more. We got it. We got the time. We can do this. Out and back in. All right. Hand on the thigh. Little bend in the elbow. We're going to lift the band up behind us. And back in again, keeping the shoulder blades back. Find your posture. I wasn't. I could feel the pinching in the front of the shoulder. Shoulder blades are back. Chest is out, little bend in the elbow, bring the arm up and back in again. Elbow stays bent, but you're not hinging at the elbow. You're just bringing that arm up. All the work is being done by the muscle in the back of the arm at the shoulder, in the shoulder socket. We're stabilizing that shoulder socket. We're strengthening it up, protect it. Up. And back. Lift. And back down 2 more times. Out and in. Out and back in. Again. Okay, we'll give the arms a break, working on the upper back now. Take the hands through the band. We're going to pull, shoulder blades are back. So I'm not feeling much tension there. So what I'm going to do is take and grab onto the band instead. What we're looking for are these muscles right in the upper back, right between the shoulder blades. So as you pull, you roll those shoulder blades back and relax. So whatever works for you. We're not extending at the elbows. We're just bringing those shoulder blades back. Elbows stay right straight out on the sides. And in. Roll them back. So you want the band right about mid-chest. Scoot the shoulder blades back and forward. Keep the shoulder blades back as much as you can. Keep that elbow up as much as you can. You want the elbows parallel or the arms parallel with the floor. Back. Squeeze it. And up. Roll the shoulder blades back. Squeeze them together. Hold them there. And release 2 more times. Back. And release 1 more. 1 more right there. And bring it back in again. All right. A little tired in the upper body, going back to the lower body. We could do a couple more, then we'll take a break. Feet apart. A little bit. 1 foot at a time. Up and out. And back in. The really important piece on this. Out slowly. Stop. And then pick that foot right straight up. And come in slow as you bring it back in again. Feel the muscles working on the outside of the hip, inside of the leg. Out, using all these muscles to pull everything out, keeping that band straight. Again, don't let the knee go out. And the foot should always be right underneath the knee. So up and out. Hold there for a second. Bring that foot up. And nice and slow, bring it back in again. Feel the hips working on this one. Up and out. Set the foot down. And back in again. A couple more times. Up, out, hold, and back in 1 more time. Get up, move it out, rawhide, and back in again. Other side. Find your posture first. Ears over the shoulders, over the hips. Right there you are. Pick the foot up, right straight up, and out to the outside. So you may not be able to get very far, especially at first. Give those muscles a chance to warm up. And see if you can get a little more out of them each time. Make sure that knee stays over the toe, though, or over the foot. And back in. Up. And out. Keep that other foot straight as you're doing this as well. Don't let the knee drop out. Make the muscles work on that other side. Hold everything in place. Stronger they get, the more you can keep that muscle, those muscles in alignment or those joints in alignment. It's going to happen automatically. They're going to get stronger. And the muscles are just going to be tight there, and they're going to hold you in place like they should, instead of using the joint. Up and out. Hold. And back in 1 more time. Take it up. Take it out. And back in again. Grab onto the back of the chair. We're going to make this a little more fun. Fun, I say. That's what it is. We're going to come up and out. Up and in, grab onto the back of the chair. Really hold on to it. Keep the shoulder blades back. Out. This is a very small move. You're not looking to get a lot of movement out of here. Just a little bit. Up and out. And up and in. So push off the balls of the feet. Pushing up and just bringing the feet out to the outside. Keeping the knees right above the ankles. Up and out. That doesn't work for you. It's out, out, in, in. That might be the better one for you. If you can lift both those legs up, you're going to feel it in the hip flexors. Out and in, out and back in. Again, out, out, in, whichever works for you. Out. One more time. Out, in. Take a break. Stay with the chair, stay with the band. We're not done. We're going back to the upper body. Whew. The legs feel that. They're tired. Working them hard. Working them hard. So starting with the next one, it's going to be palm down on the thighs. Hand up. Sorry. Palm down, opposite leg, opposite thigh. And then you've got palm up on the hand that you've got, same side, raising it up and back down again, keeping the shoulder blades back. A little bend in the elbow, but we're not hinging at the elbow, not a curl. It's a shoulder raise, up and back down, or an arm raise using the shoulder muscles in the shoulder. Right up the front, there's that front deltoid muscle that runs right through the front of the shoulder, stabilizing the shoulder, up and back down. Keep pressure on that band as much as you can. Lifting up. Back. You should be feeling this right through the front of the shoulder. Up. If you're feeling it too much, don't go up that high. Give yourself a little more slack and just up a little bit and back down. You want to feel these muscles working, not hurting. Up. One more time. Bring it up. Hold. And back down. Other side. Palm down, opposite leg, shoulder blades back. If your ear itches, scratch it. Palm up and bring it up and back down. Something I had to adjust a little bit, getting my hand out to the outside a little bit more, taking stress off that shoulder. Coming right out front was pinching it, so I moved out to the outside, and it's working better. Up and back down. If you feel anything with this, just adjust a little bit. The beauty of bands is it's whatever resistance amount you want. You don't have to go like a 3 pound or a 4 pound or a 2 pound weight. You don't have to go a full pound. You just a little bit of pressure and back down. Try to give a little more and back down. I mean, it's totally incremental. Whatever you want to take out of it, you can get. Up and back down. Up and release. Back down. Arms up in front. Band around wrists, forearms. We're going to just bring the arms out and back in. So we're making a W, kind of, out and back in. Roll the shoulder blades back, bring the arms out, feel the shoulders, upper arms, and upper back working. All of those muscles are working to pull the arms out and back in. Rolling the shoulder blades back, chest is out. And release. Bring it in. Again, shoulder blades are back. Hold it. And back in. Elbows down at a 45 like you were doing a push-up. Out. And back in one more time. Hold. And nice and slow. Back in. Again. Lower body. Up and back. Back and forth, up and down. Taking advantage of giving those muscles a rest. Using another set of muscles, bring it up around the knees. Above the knees, on the thighs. You do not want it on the knees themselves. A lot of stress for those joints if you put it right on the joint itself. Let's start out with just bringing the feet apart. Or the thighs apart. If you're not feeling pressure here, walk the feet out a little more and give yourself more distance between. Start with a little tighter band. Out and back in. Shoulder blades are back, chest is out. We're working the outside of the hips and the glutes. And back in. The medial glutes on the outside of the butt. And in. Take it out. Hold. Back in nice and slow. Take your time. Don't let the band pull it in. You're using those muscles to slow the retraction of the band as it comes in. You still have a little pressure here. You're never letting go completely. There's always a little tension there. And back in. Kind of like when my wife and I are together. Always just a little bit of tension. And back in. Out. Just kidding. And in one more time. Out. And back. So you should feel this all the way up the thigh, going into the hip, going into the butt. All right. We're going to sit to stands with the band. So give yourself just a little bit of pressure on the band between the legs. And what we're going to do is go into a hip hinge forward and pushing up to standing, into a sit to stand. And now we're going to a stand to sit. The other way. Back your legs up against the chair, nice and slow. Take it down, hands on the chest, wherever you want the hands to be. They can be on the thighs if that helps you a little more. Nice and slow, weights in the heels, and bring it down. Don't let the knees collapse. Strengthening up the knees here, getting those muscles to work on the outside of the leg. So walk your butt out to the edge of the chair again. Hip hinge forward, keeping the legs apart just a little bit. Knees, everything's in alignment here. Leaning forward, pushing up through the heels. To standing. Back we go. Butt back nice and slow. Coming down, weights in the heels. To a nice, easy sit. One more time. Going to go forward, push up. Standing. Back the legs up. The thigh or the calves are on the back of the chair or on the front of the chair. On the seat. And back we go. Weight in the heels. Relax. Keep the band right there. We got one more we can do with it here. And that is up into a march. Again, if you don't feel it in the hips or the hip flexors as you're picking the leg up, bring the feet out just a little bit more, giving yourself a little more tension on that band. Up and back down, foot right straight up. Feel this in the front of the hips. Keep that knee at a 90 as you pick that leg up. So as you come up, knee stays at 90. So that shin, lower leg goes at a 45-degree angle to the floor. Up and back down. As you're doing this, see if you can get the legs just a little bit wider, keeping the knees right where they are, above the ankle. Up and up. Putting a little more pressure on that band, getting a little more resistance out of it. And back down, up, and back down. Front of the hips, quadriceps. All right, band underneath the feet. Like that we go. Under the arches of the feet apart. Grab onto the band going into a hip hinge. So coming down, reach down, grab the band, and then pull up. Roll the shoulder blades back, chest out. Stay with that hip hinge, back stays, shoulder blades stay back stays in neutral position. Little curve in the lower part of the back. Coming down, bring it up, roll the shoulder blades back, chest is out. And back down. If you're not getting enough resistance, too easy, bring the feet apart just a little bit more. Again, anytime you can put a little more stretch in that band, you're going to get a little more resistance, just a little. And back down. Bring it up. And back down. Stay in a small hip hinge position. We're going to bring the band up, elbows out into an upright row. And back down. Legs out, knees over the ankles, which mine weren't. Grab onto the band on top of the feet and pull up, shoulder blades back and down. So you don't have to pull up very high. What's really important is that as you come up, roll the shoulder blades back, chest is out, and then release back down. If you do that, you're going to feel it in the top of the shoulders. going from the shoulder to the neck, up and back down. Bring it up, shoulder blades are back, chest is open, and back down again. Couple more times, up, shoulders back, and down, last one. Bring it up. Again, you should feel that all the way through the top of the chest, of the back, and back down again. Bring your band back up, upper body. We got some upper body left yet. We got some lower body exercises. We're not done. We got lots to do. Hand against the chest. Sorry, opposite. Getting this wrong. Arm comes across body. That opposite shoulder, grab onto the band, thumb through, and we're going to push out like we were doing a push-up or a chest press. Out and back in again. Elbow down into 45. Push out. You can roll the shoulder forward, feeling those muscles work in the outside of the chest, and back in again. So the big muscles in the middle of the chest, the pec majors, start us out. And then when we get out as far as that arm will go, we roll the shoulder forward, working the pec minors on the outside of the chest. And back in. Pushing out, roll the shoulder out. When you roll the shoulder out, don't go with it. So don't lean out, pushing forward and leaning the chest out or leaning to upper body out. That's not going to do you any good. Out and back in. Out and back in. 2 more times. Extend, contract. 1 more. Out and back in. Switch sides. Palm against the chest, against that shoulder. Elbow down at a 45 degrees angle, a 45 degrees angle. And out and back in. Elbow down. Take it out. Remember, when you get out, as far as that arm will go, don't lock the elbow out. It's still got a little bend in it. And then you roll the shoulder out and then bring everything back in again. Out, shoulder, back, and in. So the arm goes out. Still have a little bend in that elbow. Roll the shoulder forward. Feel the muscles working under the shoulder, right, going towards the chest, right at the very outside edge of the chest. Back out, shoulder out, roll it back in, out, and back in. 1 more time, out, and in. All right. All right. Hand on the thigh. We're going to take to the outside, and it is, hold on. What am I doing here? Here we go. I got it. Elbow back and around and forward again. Tell you what, let's do this a different way. Put it around the foot. Let's do it that way. Roll the shoulder blades back, going into a hip hinge. We're going to bring that arm back, elbow behind, and then release back again. So don't turn the torso. All you're doing is bringing that up, working the muscles between the shoulder blades, back and down. Roll it and back. So first thing you're doing is bending the elbow, bringing it up. And then once you get that elbow back as far as you can get it, that's when you roll the shoulder. You bring it around your back without twisting the torso and back down again. Up and around and back down. Up, around with that shoulder blade and down. 1 more time. Bring it back, around. Feel that muscle working between the shoulder blade and the spine. And back down. Keep the band right there. Bringing it up, arm on the thigh. We're going to do curls. So right here, just bending at the elbow, up and back down again. That's it. Working those bicep muscles up and back down. Small move. Doesn't have to be very big. If you can't get the band up that high, you can come down a little bit more and then do it with the butt, with the arm right next to the thigh. down. It's kind of a concentration curl. Make sure the elbow's pointing towards the floor, though. As you do this, up, front of the arm, those biceps muscles up and back down. One more time. Bring it up and release. Other side. Other side. Under the foot. Starting out with that row. So grabbing onto the band with your fingers, and elbow back as far as it'll go. Roll the shoulder blade back and release. Up, around, and back down. Squeeze the shoulder blade back there. Feel those muscles working along the shoulder blade on the inside edge and down. Again, those are posture muscles, those rhomboids, those traps. They work to hold the shoulder blades back, keeping the chest open, keeping the head up. And back down. A few more. We're not done yet. 5 seconds. 2 more. Up. And release. Last one. Up and hold. And back down. Hand in the band. Elbow on the side of the thigh or up on top of the thigh, wherever is right for you. Bring it up and back down. Elbow pointed towards the floor, whichever way you're doing it. Right straight down. Up and back. There's really no exercise you can't do with the band. It's a great piece of equipment to always have with you anytime you want to work out a little bit. The band will take care of it. You don't have to be carrying heavy weights around with you. I don't think I'd want to take all of those with me everywhere I go. The band fits in a suitcase much better than 12 weights. And back down. Much easier to carry, too. And back down one more time. Bring it up. Squeeze. And back down. All right, going back to the lower body. One last time. Band's going to go around the ankles this time. Straighten it out. Make sure it's flat all the way around. Shoulder blades are back, sitting in an upright position. Feet about shoulder width apart, maybe a little more. Grab onto the bottom of the chair, hang onto the seat. Lift the leg up and back down, extending at the knee. Out and back in. Quadriceps doing all the work as you come out and back in, working the outside of the leg to keep the foot from coming in. As you extend out, foot's going to want to come in, band's going to want to pull it to that other leg. Don't let it. Back down. You feel this in the hip flexors as well. Grab onto that chair so you can keep the shoulder blades back. And in. Extend at the knee. And back in. A couple more times. Out. And back in. 2 more. Straight out. Watch, make sure that you're keeping that alignment, knee, toe, hip. Out. And back in. Other side. Same thing. Shoulder blades are back. Find your posture before you begin. I want to make sure that you've got that lower back stabilized, that you're holding yourself in place with the shoulder blades back so you don't lean forward. And out and back in. Start small and work your way a little more if you can get it. Can't, you can't. You go as far as you can go. Out and back in. You just want to feel these muscles working in the front of the thigh. Out and back in. Squeeze it and bring it back. Slow movement. Don't just pop out and kick. It's up, hold, release, back in, up, and back in. 2 more. Extend it out and bring it back. 1 more. Out and back in. Let's give the lower body a rest. 1 more time for the upper body. Then we are done. We're done banding. Back to where we started. Band around the hands, back of the hands, touching the band. We're going to do an external rotation, rolling the arms out and back in. So taking that shoulder, working the rotator out and back in. The only thing moving is the arm below the elbow. Out and back in. Keep those shoulder blades back. Open up the chest, that external rotation. Take it out and bring it back in. Squeezing those shoulder blades together, rotating that shoulder around, opening it up in the front. Feel those muscles tighten up in the back and together. Again, small move. You're not going very far with this one. All you need to do is feel pressure with this. That's it. It's not big range of motion. It's just feeling the muscles working, feeling them contract, hold, and then release. Out and in. One more. Out. Shoulder blades are back. Squeeze them. And in. Hand across, opposite thigh. Palm up. Itch. Hand on the outside of the thigh right here. We're going to bring that arm up on the side and back down. So we worked the front deltoid. We worked the rear deltoid. Now we're working that one on the outside of the arm. So we're doing a side raise up and back in again. Palm up. Bring it up. And back down. Again, you just want to feel those muscles engage. The nice thing about a band, it doesn't matter how far you go up. That's not the thing. It's really just about feeling the pressure, feeling the tension in the joint, in the muscle around the joint. Back down. Bring it up. Back down one more time. One more. Up. Switch sides. Taking that hand, bring it across body on the outside of the thigh. Palm up on the other hand and raise up. Back down. If you're having any problems with it, bend that elbow a little more. Bring that arm in closer to the body. You don't have to go way out to the outside if it's causing you any pain in the shoulder at all. You can just bring that hand right into the body and bring it up on the side. Up. Hold. And back down. Be really careful here. Make sure you're not bringing that shoulder up to the ear. Muscles around the shoulder are doing all the work to lift. The whole arm is coming up. Up. But nothing above the shoulder is working. Nothing is moving up there. Up. And back down one more time. Bring it up. Release. Relax. Grab a drink of water. We are going to cool off. We're done with the band. The band is gone. It's done. Again, very small item that has a lot of benefit to it. There's a lot you can do with it. First thing we're going to do, hands up over the head, fingers intertwined, arms straight up. So the band uses a lot of shoulder, as most exercises do. So get that stretch through the shoulders. Arms up overhead. Roll the shoulder blades back. Hyperextend the back, getting that chest open just a little more, the front of the shoulders. And release. Back down, grab onto the back of the chair. Chest out, deep breath in through the nose. Pushing the stomach out. Bring the arms forward, stretch out the upper back. Ah, it feels good. Again, we did a lot of exercises. The thing with the band is it's always pulling in, so you've always got to keep just a little bit of pressure on. It's not like a weight where you can just let it drop. Relax, go around to the back again. Deep breath in through the nose. Stomach out, exhale. As you come forward, take that right arm, bring it around. Left hand, grabbing onto that forearm or pushing against that forearm. Remember, you're taking the shoulders, rolling them around. So we stretched out the front of the shoulder. Now we're getting the back of the shoulder, that shoulder blade. And other side, same thing. Roll those shoulders back and around. Relax that. Legs apart. Hands on the palms of the hands on the thighs, coming down right in between. Chest is out, chin is up. Letting yourself just fall between. Don't let the knees drop in. Keep them apart. Looking straight down so that the head, you got a straight line from the spine up into the base of the skull. Pushing up through the hands to come back up again. Use the arms, not the back. One more time. Take it down. Fall between. And here, shoulder blades are back, chest is out. Let the hands just go down. Feel the stretch, helps the stretch on the inner thighs. And then shoulders to the floor. Curve the back, keeping the chin above the chest. And then hands around, put them back on the thighs. Push yourself back up again. Two-seated. Two-seated we are. Bring the legs in. Underneath. Reach out as far as you can. Reach across. Grab the forearms if you can. And then bring the arms up overhead. Deep breath in. Through the nose. Chest is out. Push the stomach out. And then exhale, coming down on top of the thighs. Force yourself down into it. Use the legs to force all the air out. Tighten up that core. And again, deep breath in through the nose as you bring the arms up overhead. Stay right here. Side bend, coming over the top. Arm right alongside the ear. Use that hand to bring you back up on top and going over to the other side. Same thing. Reach. And bring it back. Right hand or left hand on the outside of the right knee. Grab onto the back of the chair. Shoulder blades are back. Let's do a rotation here. Take that back shoulder and roll it. Roll the shoulder blades back one more time. Chest out. And other side. Right hand, left leg. Shoulders are back. Chest is out. Use that back hand to pull you around. Roll the shoulders blades back one more time. Chest is out. And exhale. And now 2 times, nice and easy. Just bring the arms up overhead. Deep breath in. Stomach out. Exhale. Just bring the arms down to the side one more time. Up, up, up and away. You're my beautiful balloon. And exhale as you bring the arms back down. Again, we are done. Thank you guys for being here. I super appreciate it. And I will see you on Wednesday. Thank you, guys.